Welcome to this video that demonstrates how to test apps developed in TIBCO Cloud Live Apps using test mode. Using test mode, you can test your application independently of your other applications and subscription users. Test mode allows you to step through an application and see how the cases and data change, so you can check that your application is performing correctly. Vicky has developed an application that defines a job interview process. Vicky's application does not have to be complete before she starts testing. She can choose to test her application at any time. However, she must have completed any items in her to-do list. Let's see what Vicky's application looks like in test mode. As per her creator process, she can create a candidate and enter some test data. Now, Vicky wants to see how the tasks and actions she defined can be performed by her end users. In test mode, Vicky can complete all the tasks, actions, and work items herself. She opens the candidate's details and she can see the test data that she entered. The states that Vicky defined are displayed as part of the candidate's details. The candidate's current status is invited. This is because when the candidate was created, the Send an Interview Invitation task, which is the scheduled task that Vicky defined in the creator process, was run, and an interview invitation email was sent. The status of the candidate now moves to invited, and the interview action is now available. In test mode, all emails are sent back to Vicky. If Vicky goes to her inbox, she can see she has an email from XYZ Insurance Human Resources. Once a candidate has been interviewed, the candidate details need to be updated with an interview score. The Update Candidate Data task, which is the unscheduled task that Vicky defined in the interview action, is displayed. Vicky updates the interview score and selects Submit. The status of the candidate moves to Interviewed. The Offer Job and Reject Candidate actions are now displayed. If Vicky selects Offer Job and selects Submit, the Send Offer task is run and the offer email is sent. The status of the candidate now moves to Offered Job. Keep watching for more information about using test users. Although Vicky can complete all tasks, actions and work items in test mode, it may be that Vicky has certain tasks and actions that need to be performed by specific groups of users, and she wants to test that she has configured this correctly in the application. Vicky can do this using test users. She can use test users to assume the identity of her subscription users. As a test user, she can view their work lists and open and submit work items on their behalf. She can also switch between different users without having to log in and log out. This allows Vicky to test her application with multiple users without having to use her subscription users. As a member of the Human Resources group, Liam needs to create a candidate and send an interview invitation. As a member of the Managers group, Bob needs to interview the candidate and either offer the job or reject the candidate. If the job is offered, Liam needs to create the new employee in the HR system. First, Vicky needs to specify which groups the creator and action processes are available for and, depending on how she wants the candidate to progress, add the groups to the recipient tabs of her individual tasks. Liam is a member of the Human Resources group and Bob is a member of the Managers group. The creator process is available to Human Resources as Liam creates the candidate and sends the interview invitation. The interview action is available to managers as Bob performs the interview. For the Offer Job and Reject Candidate actions, they need to be available to both managers and Human Resources. However, the Create New Employee work item is only available to Human Resources as Liam creates the new employee on the HR system. Once Vicky is in test mode, she can select her test users. Test User 1 is going to represent Liam, so she adds Test User 1 to the Human Resources group. Test User 2 represents Bob, so she adds Test User 2 to the Managers group. Note that you cannot change the names of the test users. Vicky first selects Test User 1 as Human Resources creates and records the data for the candidate and sends an interview invitation. As test user 1, Vicky creates a candidate. Vicky opens the candidate's details. The status of the candidate is invited because the Send an Interview Invitation email has been sent. As the interview action is only available to managers, it is not available to test user 1. If Vicky switches to test user 2, the interview action is available. As test user 2, Vicky completes the interview action. Offer job and reject candidate are displayed. They are available to both groups. However, no work items are displayed because Human Resources create the new employee. If Vicky switches to test user 1, she now has a Create New Employee work item which she can submit. Vicky is happy that her application is working correctly. Thank you for watching this video.